remember you told me that you're even now during COVID-19 working on clinical trials, and you're still communicating with a lot of patients. So I'm sure that a lot of people out there will be interested to hear, what are patients saying now? Are they open to go to sites? Are they open to be part of clinical trials? Yeah, what do they think?
It's so fascinating to me because it's not what I thought. It's not what I would think. A lot of our studies have suspended recruitment, but for the ones that have continued, we have been able to bring people in at a healthy rate. We follow all of the CDC guidelines in terms of sanitation. We were even prepared to set up alternative procedures. We haven't found that necessary. They're more concerned, as they always have been, in the study, and will they be taken off the medications? Is this going to be a benefit to them? So I was very surprised. If I'm just waiting for more studies to open up, because I'm not getting any kind of resistance that I expected. I'm surprised at that. There are some people we are asking what their motivation is. One woman who we call them medical heroes when they've done a study one after another. I said, what's your motivation for keeping going? And she said, I've learned how to handle my diabetes better through the coordinator who is conducting the clinical trial, the fact that we have physicians, the fact that we constantly do diagnostic testing. They're more on top of their sugar levels. They're more aware of what good eating means. That was one example. So it's very interesting that the people that we have are still interested in doing the studies. We also asked about a vaccine. Would you be interested if it's a vaccine? And most of them say yes. It's funny, some of the protocols that we have going on now are requiring recent labs. And some of the people I've talked to won't go out to do their labs, but will come in and get an A1C done at our site. So it's like,
yeah.
So I think they're going by what their doctor is telling them. They're having a lot of telehealth visits instead of visiting at the doctor's office. Yet we are open. We are following guidelines. We have their health as the most important thing, and consider it and do procedures accordingly. So they're willing. They trust us. I think that's what it is. It comes down to trust.
Yes, I think so too. And also attention. People do want to feel that someone cares for them. And I was speaking to a colleague of mine. So within Fimecure, we also didn't see any signals telling us that people were less interested in clinical trials. Just the opposite. We have even more people interested in COVID-19 clinical trials as well. And I was thinking that in the end of the day, whether there is a pandemic or not, you are living with your disease, right? You are living with your diabetes, with your cancer, with whatever you have, basically. So no matter what happens out there, that's with you all the time. So that's on top of your mind in the end of the day, and you want to find a solution. With some diseases, maybe you can postpone this decision, but for some diseases, you can't postpone, or this discomfort that you feel all day long, it's with you. So you're out there, you're searching, maybe even more considering research, because as you said at the beginning, and now that we know that our only hope for resolving the situation is getting a new drug on the market, new vaccine or whatever it is, and that's only thanks to clinical research. Maybe now you start thinking, oh, but what about clinical research in my particular condition? So we also saw like a similar trend, and we started getting some useful insights that maybe we'll create like a report and submit to everyone to have a look at, and maybe think of ways to start patient recruitment